What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel again. Today, finally, I'm here in Crook's Corner. Finally listening to Eminem's exclusive interview with King Crooked. And I've been waiting to do this. When this came out, I was sick. I couldn't even talk properly, you know. And I've been wanting to listen to this. So I stayed away from all social media, and now it's time. So it's an hour long. So that means if I was to do a one-shot video, it will be really long. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop it down and see the best way I can put it out for you guys to see my reaction to it. But I'm really excited about this because I want to know the question. I want to know how he answers the questions about the whole Nick Cannon nonsense that happened and how stuff has gone between albums. So, you know, since he started doing these surprise albums, like how life has been, you know, the MGK stuff, does he still matter? Joe Budden, Lord Jamar, them lot, you know, how do we address this, you know, and also like all the other stuff that he's going to talk about. I don't know what else he's talking about, yeah, but I've been looking forward to this, so we're finally here. We're gonna jump right in and listen to the interview. So, without further ado, leave a like, subscribe, and let's jump in.
When the album first came out, the Music to Be Murdered By, and I was like sometimes I like to trip off people's reactions and shit. And I didn't get the Young M.A. line when she was like, "You can leave this earth, bitch, I'm in rake mode." I'm like, what? Why is everybody tripping there? Leave this earth, rake mode. And it just flew over my fucking head, and I was like, damn, I didn't even get that shit.
See? Look, the talent is there. The talent is there. Even with the people that he collabs with, he knows why he's collabing with them. You know, but even with that bar, I'm pretty sure I didn't catch. I know I didn't catch that bar when I did that review, when I did that reaction. But Eminem just helped me to catch that bar. Leave the earth, rake. When you're raking, what are you doing? You're clearing the leaves. You're clearing the leaves from the ground, leaves from the earth. You can leave the earth, you can rake it. What a bar. Okay.
And like, your verse on I Will.
Hey, don't. Don't. Bruv, Crook's verse, bruv. Yeah. Crook's verse was too sick, bruv. Like, no. Come on. Okay, listen.
When you said that, I got the John Wilkes, this who I'm in the booth, like, hey, bruh, I go ham for dead presidents. I got the ham for a bruh ham.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I got the a bruh, but I didn't get a bruh.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, bruh. I didn't get that even. Yo. You see, now, I gotta say one thing. Since I did the reaction to that album, I haven't listened to the album again since then. And I know, like, when I go back to visit that album again, so many more bars are gonna hit me. You'd be surprised how many more bars hit me when I'm editing the video. Like, when I've done my reaction, I'm finished, and I'm editing the video to put on YouTube, I catch so many more bars. You know, and even Kamikaze, that I'm still catching bars on that album. You know, I'm still catching bars here and there. You know, I hear a new bar every time I hear a track, but like, the craft is too sick.
Like, I missed that, and I was like, fuck, how did I miss that? God damn.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. Like, that Ohio scheme you did, that shit was crazy. And it took me like 2 listens to get to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Line. I was like, wait a minute. Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's the shortest thing for a dress.
See that bar there? Yes, whatever. Like I'm not from America, but I needed help from you guys to make me understand that bar, and that's why I like the comment section, because there's some stuff that I miss. I asked you guys to tell me, and you guys actually go and tell me, and that makes me learn even more, and I appreciate that. Trust me.
Yeah, I saw some people got that, and I was like, kind of, because sometimes I don't know if you ever be sitting around writing some shit, and you're like, man, nobody's gonna get this shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, well, let me just try it and see if
Right.
anybody does. Like,
Right.
But that's kind of the beauty of wordplay.
Right.
It's like sometimes people ain't gonna get it the first listen; they'll get it the second, third, fourth, fifth listen.
It's gonna take a lot of listens for the new one that you just dropped.
Yeah, that's true. You know, and that is why we appreciate these people's craft, because there's value in the listen. Do you know what I mean? You get value per listen, because per listen, more bars hit. Do you know what I mean? And because more bars hit, the bars that you got before, you can relate to the new ones that hit, and then there's even more there's even more value in that, because you're getting hit double time on it. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, you can always go back to these people's music, yeah, and learn something new every time you listen to it. You know, it's not that simple music that you can listen to once and you've got the whole track. This is why the streams are up for these guys, because people want to hear. You know, people want to hear. Because, okay, I got this bar. But the next time you get everything in between, and the next time you get everything in between those as well. And look, one of the tracks I love the most on the Kamikaze is the track with Joyner, Lucky You. Every time I listen to that track, yeah, from both rappers, there's new bars that hit every time. How'd You Kill Snakes with Lawnmower? Listen to the end of Joyner's verse in that. Anyway.
Music to be murdered by. The line, it's so many lines in there, so many.
And that's the beginning. That's just the beginning. Oh my gosh.
What's up, y'all? It's your man King Crooked. I'm live in Dr. Dre's lab right now, you know what I'm saying? And I could spend the whole episode giving, props to the man across the room from me. You know, his achievements are just incredible. You know what I mean? What are you doing, Marsh?
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got the homie in the house, one of the greatest of all times, Marshall Mathers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, bro. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time, man. Let's jump into it, man. Let's talk about Music to be Murdered by. It's inspired by the 1958 release from Alfred Hitchcock with the same title. What made you do that?
Well, it was actually, Dre had the sample like years ago, right? And he made a beat to it. And one day it just popped in my head. I can't remember why. So I hit him and I was like, yo, whatever happened to that beat? And he was like, oh, it's still around. So, but the beat was different. I just updated a little bit with some drums and shit, right? But like it was based off that I started thinking like, yo, that whole concept is crazy. Like, music to be murdered by. Like, I wonder if I could play off this whole Alfred Hitchcock thing. And then Dre started hitting me with ideas. It's like, yo, you need to listen to this album that he has. So he sent me the link to that. And I started listening, and I was like, yo, I could base this whole album off that.
Wow.
There was actually some stuff.
And that's it. Look, when these two creative minds come together, that's it. They're flying. Do you know what I mean? And the ideas flow. And listen to how good that album is already. Come on, man.
Stuff that didn't make it on there that I was trying to get on there, but we couldn't really work it out with the sample clearing. But I had it even more intertwined than it was. And we had to, pick and choose the best pieces to put on there, just for sampling issues and shit. But
Fucking samples.
yeah, right.
I was stuck in traffic for like 3 hours listening to it over and over and over, and I caught something new every single time. And it's like, it's gonna take, to about 2021 or some shit before everybody really gets all of it. And I'm talking about avid fans.
Yeah. Yo, it's true, bruv. It's gonna take us some time to get everything in there. This guy said 2021, next year. Next year before we get to know what is on the outline, bruv. Trust me, there is hidden stuff in there that it's like the way the bars hit, yeah, it's not like they're easy bars. When they hit hard, and you get mind blown every time because of the way they relate. Do you know what I mean? And across songs as bruv, not many people can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you write in that type of, on that level, like you said you just put it in anyway, even knowing that it could slip by people's radar.
Yeah, I feel like there's a certain kind of fan that will get that, and there's a certain kind of fan that might just be the average listener who doesn't, they like hip hop and it sounds good, something sounds good to them, right? But they might not understand exactly what we're doing,
how dope it is.
Yeah. but that's what's dope about those reaction videos, and also the people who break down the lyrics and they show you like, okay, he was hitting these syllable schemes right here. Every single syllable, there's 5 syllables there or 7.
Right.
And he was hitting these.
So there's an appreciation for what we do. I like that. So Eminem watches reaction videos. Obviously, I'm not big enough yet. I don't think I'll be on the radar, but you never know. Maybe one day, we don't know. But there's an appreciation for the kind of thing that we do. This is a hobby for us. Do you know what I mean? And it's actually quite nice to hear from, one of the top musicians in the world that, yeah, they take time to actually appreciate what we're doing, So I like that. Hopefully maybe one day one of my videos ends up on Eminem's screen somewhere. I'll appreciate it.
It's right here. And he started a new syllable scheme, rhymed with that syllable scheme, and then came back at the end and rhymed with the first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that helps people like really
to understand the genius.
Yeah,
zoning off of one joint, stopping the limo, hopping the window, shopping the demo at gunpoint.
Yeah.
The outer rhymes are 2 syllables. The inner rhymes are 5 syllables.
Yeah.
That's, in my opinion, what makes you one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but that's, to me, my opinion back to you, because when we did what the fuck was it? My House. Like, this is me and Royce joke about this shit all the time. We're like, fuck, Crook's gonna be on this song.
Look, even them at the level that they are, yeah, they are catching the bars later after the song is done. They made the song, but they're catching the features bars later. And the thing is, when you've got people like Eminem, Royce, Crooked on the same track, bruv, you're going to shut down the whole place because, bruv, the content in the bars will be too much. And to break that down, too long. But what's that going to make you do? It's going to make you listen and listen and listen and listen and appreciate the craft. It's sick.
All right. But we joke about that shit all the time because it's like you and him, to me, make verses that even if you lay them first, they're untoppable. So it's like I can only hope to tie.
He said it himself. You see, this is what I've been saying every time. Look, when Eminem is at his best when Royce is around. Yeah? And I'm saying that Crooked is not always around. Do you know what I mean? You know, all these rappers are not always around, but when Royce is around, Eminem's verse is killer. Do you know what I mean? Because why? Royce's verse will be killer, and they'll be neck and neck. And this is why I'm saying Royce is the most underrated rapper in the entire world, because it's only Royce that can come up to Eminem on a daily basis like that. Do you know what I mean? Crooked is there as well, but like it's a more common thing to have bad meets evil. Do you know what I mean? Eminem and Royce. Look, when those two get on a track, it's a problem for the entire world because they will just finish. They will just finish your brain with all these lyrics that you're gonna be listening to the track 100 times and you're still catching bars. And he said it himself. Look, they do the verses so good that he just thinks that he can just level it and not even be better than them, but be on the same level.
At best.
That's a big compliment from you, dog.
But bro, when you did the in my house, the lights out, the utilities in the facility, the life out, to wipe out. I forgot the next scene, but utilities in the like he was rhyming all that.
Right.
Like that shit was like, and being able to keep it going, like that's what I think a lot of the average listener sometimes might not understand that this, you know, because some people don't catch the syllables. They think that we're, you know, rhyming, you know, my house, the lights out, utilities in the facility, like house rhymes and out rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're not catching the full scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not catching the my house, lights out, lights out, wipe out. Like there's two there, but then there's utilities in the facility.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like that's the beauty to me of the craft of emceeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, is
that's important to you?
Hell yeah.
There you go. What's important to them is the way they construct these verses and do it in an intelligent way, that they keep this flow. Like, I can't remember what video it was that I did, but I did point out that Eminem rhymes the beginning of the verses, he rhymes the middle of it, and he rhymes, I mean not the verses, the lines, sorry. The beginning of the line, the middle, and the end of the line. You know? All the beginning words of each line will rhyme, all the middle words of each line will rhyme, and all the end words will rhyme. How do you do that? Like, how do you actually sit down and you're writing and you're raw? And then, like, you flip it, and then there's double entendres, and, you know, there's the metaphors and all of that stuff in there. Huh? They're too good.
Yeah, because it's and I know it's important to you because it's what makes rap fun, right?
Right.
So sometimes we might be in the mood to like not to write a song that might not have a message to it, might not really be saying anything that's important.
Right.
But it's more about the craft, and we're just trying to go as hard as we can go, you know? And I think that to me is what makes it fun.
Right.
Is being able to, you know, when you thought of the, hey, bruh, I'll go ham for dead presidents. Like, you feel something, right? When you think of that, you're like, oh, shit.
Like, oh, shit, that's kind of ill.
Okay, yeah. All right, let me figure this out. Let me sit down with this scheme and figure it out. But that's to me, man, is the beauty of this culture. I mean.
How did the Young and May collab come about? I was very surprised to hear her on there. You know what I mean? She's been doing damage all around. How'd that come about?
Well, when she put out Ooh, I was like, yo, she's dope. And I kind of started following her a little bit. And then it was like, I started watching every video she put out.
Word.
And I was more so like intrigued by her persona. Like how like she just carries herself like a star, right?
Right.
Like she's just like charisma, right?
Right.
But she also had the bars, and I was like, man, Like this is like she's really got bars.
Look, just like what he's saying. I didn't even know who Young M.A. was, to be honest. You know, I asked, who's that? And someone told me, right, that's a girl. And I'm like, bro, is it? And with what she did, yo, I have to take some time to listen to her. I need to take some time to listen to her. There's a few people on my list that I need to listen to, and she's one of them.
Because so then I just went down the wormhole of like the Eat freestyle she did.
Right.
And then she did Flex, and how she was just calm, murdering it on Flex, right? But she barely even raised her voice. Yeah. Like she was just calmly killing it. I was like, oh my God, she's. So I just reached out. I was like, yo, I wanna put her on the album, man. Like I wanna do something with her, and hit her up. And I was like, yo, I said I got this intro to the album, and then I want you to be the first thing that people hear after that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Gave it an alley-oop.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She just went in.
What an honor. Do you know what I mean? I want you to be the first. On my album, I want you to be the first person people hear. That's sick. And it completely worked. It completely worked.
She murdered it. Is that what you do? You go down a rabbit hole with different artists when you start liking them and you go down the wormhole kind of?
It's funny because I usually spend, I mean, this has been this way for a while. I usually spend like an entire Saturday. If I'm not at work, if I'm not at the studio, I spend like an entire Saturday going through everything that's out. You know what I'm saying? Like checking out everything.
Wow, y'all hear that? On Saturday, so y'all better bring y'all best shit. You never know who listening, you know what I'm saying?
On Saturday, yeah? That's when Eminem checks everything out. Okay, Eminem, I got you. Fine. I'll start uploading on Saturday.
For real, man. Black Thought. Like, I feel like
Killer.
you guys finally gave us what we wanted, a collab. You know what I'm saying? How the hell did that happen?
Well, I had been wanting to do something with him, and I just never found the album or the song that I felt like would be good to get him on. That was worth, you know what I'm saying? Like this might be right up his lane. Denon made the beat, right? So Royce put a verse on it, and then Q-Tip had the hook. And when I heard the hook, I was like, my era. And I was like, me and him are kind of from the same era. You know what I'm saying? So this might work.
Right.
So I just hit him up through Royce, asked Royce if he could send him the track.
Right. And it just y'all made magic.
Yeah.
Bruv, that track was so sick. That verse, yeah? That Black Thought did, oh my days. It's to the point where I know that if I want to listen to that track again, yeah, I need to be free of everything. I need to have like my phone on airplane mode. I need to have nobody around, like, because if I listen to that in my car, I'm crashing my car. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm concentrating on the bars. You know, if I listen to that like at work, I'm not working. I need to be on my own with free time to listen to that track, because the way, no, trust me, Black Thought finished that track, man. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
I made magic. That was a collab that hip hop has been waiting on for a long time.
His fucking Funk Flex freestyle was just like, oh my God.
That man went in for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy.
But again, it's
I
what
need to
we
do
love
that video
about this music, right? It's because, especially as a competitive rapper, right? We're competitive rappers, right? We're not just, like, we're in it, we do this. This is what we do. And it's like inspiring to hear that shit, but it also like kind of gets you like, oh, fuck. Yeah, like gives you anxiety, right? But it's like, but at the same time, you kind of get pumped up about it and be like, oh shit. Every time something new comes out like that, you're always like my mindset is like, yo, I gotta try to top that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you go do it. First of all, congratulations, man.
Every time something new comes out, he's got a topic. He's got a topic. There's his motivation. Now you know. There's his motivation. Right? He's not just sitting around. Do you know what I mean? What do you do to stay at the top of the game when you've been on top of the game since 1997? Oh my gosh. Well, not 1997. But literally 99, bruv. He's been on top since 99. You saw the album sales in the last 50 years video. How Eminem just shot to the top and was there for so long. You know, it's coming down a bit now, but still, we recognise him as the top of the game. Because nobody can rap like him. That consistently, every track, all the time. You know? And that's why. The motivation is there.
10 number ones on Billboard 200. That's
Oh,
incredible. You know what I'm saying? I got to put that out there, man.
10 number one albums, bruv. Not 10 number one singles, 10 number one albums. Who can do that? And then you've got Lord Jamar chatting crap. Bruv, if you don't have 10 number... Look, you need to have 11 number one albums to chat to Eminem. If you don't have 10 number one albums, don't chat, bruv.
I like